Have you ever felt emotions stacking up inside you, like stones in a backpack you can't put down? It is in the anger you swallow because you don't want to cause conflict, the sadness you brush aside because you don't have time to fall apart, the stress you ignore because you're too busy holding everything together. And then one day, your body starts whispering with tight shoulders, headaches, and sleepless nights. You're not broken, you're not weak. What you're feeling is stored emotion, and learning to release it safely may be the single most important step you can take on your healing journey. Today, I'll walk you through a simple, beginner-friendly guide to emotional release. And if you stay with me to the end, I'll share a free resource you can download to guide your own release practice so that you can begin today. Jo is the friend who always shows up when you call. She's the one who never says no and always seems to hold everything together. But lately, she feels like she's carrying invisible weight. On the drive home from work, she notices her jaw clenched so tightly it aches. At night, she lies in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations from the day. When her partner asks, "Are you okay?" she smiles, says, "I'm fine," and hides the storm inside. One evening at dinner, her son asked her a simple question. "Mom, why are you always so serious?" Jo froze. She wanted to say, "Because I'm tired, because I'm holding so much inside." But instead, she forced a smile, changed the subject, and carried on. What Jo didn't realize is that all those emotions she thought she was handling, the frustration, the grief, the exhaustion, never really left. They stayed in her body, and now they're asking to be released. Does that sound familiar? Somatic therapist Peter Levine once said, "Trauma is not what happens to us, but what we hold inside in the absence of an empathetic witness." And Bessel van der Kolk, in The Body Keeps the Score, showed us how unprocessed emotions live on in the body. It's in the stomach ache that flares up under stress, or that fatigue that lingers even after a full night's sleep, or even in those random bursts of irritation. Only they're not random at all. They're echoes of what hasn't yet been felt and released. Mindfulness teachers describe emotions as waves. They rise, they peak, and they fall. But here's the catch. The wave only moves if we allow it. When we suppress, distract, or deny, the wave gets stuck. And stuck waves don't disappear. They harden into tension, disconnection, and pain. So what can you do when you feel those waves building inside? Here's a simple, beginner-friendly guide. Step 1. Name and notice. The next time you feel a heavy emotion, pause, place a hand on your chest and whisper, "This is sadness," or "This is anger," or simply, "This is fear." Naming the feeling doesn't solve it, but it turns a vague ache into something you can meet with compassion. Because what we can name, we can hold, and what we can hold, we can heal. Step 2. Let the body lead. Release doesn't happen in your mind alone. It happens in your body. Try shaking out your hands, rolling your shoulders, or letting your breath go deeper than usual. Cry if you need to. Sigh loudly. Yell into a pillow. Sometimes Jo walks into her room, presses her palms against the wall, and pushes, not to hurt herself, but to give her anger a safe channel. When the body moves, the emotion begins to move too. Step 3. Create a safe container. Emotions need boundaries. They need to know they can rise and fall without overwhelming you. That container might be journaling for 10 minutes, or crying into your pillow until you feel lighter, or taking a walk where no one needs anything from you. The point isn't to get rid of the emotion. The point is to give it space, so it no longer gets trapped. Jo used to believe that letting herself cry or rage or feel deeply was weakness. But the truth, emotional release is strength. Every tear, Every deep breath, every page of writing is a sign that your nervous system is resetting, that your body is whispering, "Thank you, I can finally let this go." Let's turn this into a practice, right here, right now. Take a quiet moment today, with pen and paper if you can. Ask yourself these 3 questions. What emotion has been living in me the longest? Where in my body do I feel it most strongly? What do I need right now to give this emotion a safe release? Write whatever comes without judgment. Even a single sentence can shift the weight, and if you can, close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and whisper to yourself, "I'm safe to feel this." This is how the release begins. Not with perfection, but with honesty. I want you to know this. Emotional release isn't about perfection. It's about practice. And because I don't want you to just hear these ideas and forget them, I've prepared something special for you. It's a free PDF to gently guide your personal emotional release journey. Inside, you'll find the steps written out clearly, plus extra prompts and space for reflection. It's something you can keep on your nightstand, in your journal, or wherever you turn when the weight feels heavy. You can download it for free. The link is right below. And if you'd like to experience emotional release, not just read about it, we've also created a guided audio journey. It's a safe, step-by-step experience where I'll walk you through the process in real time, so you're not alone when those waves of feeling rise. If you're curious, you'll find the link alongside the PDF. You don't need to carry everything alone. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to fix yourself. What you need is space, a safe place to feel, to breathe, to remember that emotions are not the enemy. They are, in fact, the pathway back to wholeness. So the next time your body whispers, in a headache, in a sleepless night, in a sudden ache of sadness, pause. Listen. Give that emotion 5 minutes of space, and little by little, the backpack of stones begins to feel lighter, moment by moment, breath by breath. Because Joe and you are not broken. You are human, and you are more than ready to release.